What it is, my gamers? My name's Nikolai, and welcome back to another installment of Keyboards and Consoles. This is the show where I review underrated and unknown games you may not have heard of. Today, we're going back to the Moscow Underground. The game today is the sequel to the last entry. The game is none other than Metro Last Light. Metro Last Light is the direct sequel to Metro 2033. The gameplay has not changed much, nor has the setting, but there is an all-new issue concerning the Metro. After taking the government bunker in the last game, the Spartan Order has now called the bunker, known as D6, home. This is where your story begins. Artyom is woken up from sleep to find Khan, the weird mystic from the last game, standing over him. Khan has found out that the Dark Ones are not entirely wiped out. He said he found a baby Dark One while he was on the surface and that they must find and protect it. The two of you then go to the Order Command to convince them to save the Dark One. The leadership is, of course, not interested. Instead, Colonel Miller sends Artyom and his daughter Anna to find and eliminate the threat. While on the surface, Artyom is captured by a group known as the Fourth Reich. He, along with two members of the Red Line, is taken to a Reich bunker and interrogated. With the help of a man named Pavel, the two of you manage to escape the cell and eventually the Reich as a whole. While I will refrain from getting into the specifics of the story, I do want to say that this one is packed with information regarding the state of the Metro. You eventually discover that the Red Line is planning an attack against the Order at D6 to take control of the station and, in turn, the Metro. While finding a way to stop the attack, you must also save the Dark One and make sure he survives. You fight through the Metro to make it back to Polis and warn them of the Red's plan. Unfortunately, you are too late by the time you reach Polis with the help of the Dark One. The Red's plan is already set in motion, and you are then taken to the front line where the Reds plan to start their assault. After an action-packed sequence of events, the fate of D6 and the Metro as a whole is determined based on the actions you have taken throughout the game that will directly affect what ending you get. Metro Last Light focuses more on the story than the gameplay. The gameplay has remained more or less unchanged from the previous game, so there isn't much to talk about there. The story is really where this game shines. Now, besides the SparkNotes summary I told you of the overall story, you get more explanation about the Metro in general. You learn more about the inner machinations and how everything works. You learn more about the various factions and the paranormal aspect of the Metro. You see firsthand how the Reich and Red Line operate. You come face to face with apparitions and hallucinations, and you get to meet plenty of new and returning characters that help you learn what life is like in the Metro. Just like the last game, there are two different endings to the game. These are the canon or good ending and the non-canon bad ending. Your choices throughout the game will directly affect what ending you get, but they're not so cut and dry. Unlike the previous installment, there is no lack of action. While the previous game saw Artyom mainly progressing through barren tunnels and fighting mutated creatures on his quest, this game saw Artyom fighting against fellow man more than the creatures. However, there are still plenty of instances where Artyom is found fighting for his life against these beasts. I believe the game took everything Metro 2033 did and expanded on it. The world is more fleshed out, and we learn a lot about how the Metro works as both a place the survivors live and a living being in a sense. Like I said last time, the Metro trilogy is based off the books by Dmitry Glukovsky. This game is not based on any book. Instead, it is about events that occur between the first two books. So, what do you think? Do you have what it takes to save the Metro again? Will you pick up the game? If you already have it, do you enjoy it? Either way, let me know by tweeting me at ZTV Goofing Off using the hashtag Keyboards and Consoles. As always, my name's Nikolai, and thanks for watching.